Good morning. We're looking at homework 4.2. I was asked about question number 2A. So as we look at 2A, we see that it has two pieces. For one piece, the domain is simply that x cannot equal 0. So what that means is that it exists for every other x value that we have. It just does not exist at the x value of 0. For the other domain, we see that the only x value it exists at is 0. And at that x value of 0, the y value is 1. So actually that is the point 0, 1. And so then I would simply graph the line 2x plus 3, but I know that it doesn't exist at the x value of 0, and so I'm going to use the fact that that has a y-intercept of 3 and have an open circle there. And then our rate of change is 2, so it will exist everywhere else. All right, I had a question about C part and why did my middle piece look different? Well, this middle piece is a quadratic. It's not linear. That's a quadratic. So I'm going to plug -2 in. So if I plug -2 in, -2 squared is 4. But that will be an open circle because it's not equal to. Well, 0 is in this interval. Plug 0 in, I get 0 out. Plug 1 in, 1 squared is 1. It's an open circle as well. This is a parabola. And so that, I think, answers your question there about the middle part of C. All right, so next I was asked about number 5 here. So on the first part of a 17-mile trip, Miss Tate averaged 58 miles per hour. She averaged only 52 miles per hour on the last part of the trip. Find the total time was 5 hours and 45 minutes. Find the amount of time at each speed. So I let X be the time at 58 miles per hour. And I let Y be the time at 52 miles per hour. Well, one of the things I know is the total time. I know the total time was 5 hours and 45 minutes, so I converted that to just hours, which is 5.75. And the way that I would get that total time is I would take the time I spent at 58 miles per hour and add the time that was spent at 52 miles per hour. The other total, is distance. I know the total distance is 317. Well, some of that distance comes from going 52 miles per hour. Some of that distance comes from when we were going 58 miles per hour. And so I'm going to remind you, distance equals rate times time. So for the 58 miles per hour, there's your rate and your time was X. Plus, there's your rate and your time was Y. So that would give you total distance. And so now it's just a substitution problem. You can solve this equation for one variable and plug it into the other.